All right, weight loss warriors, it's your boy C Dub, and I'm here with special ladies today. The
Oop, oop, oop.
look at you guys, the Sun Kissed Keto channel,
That's
guys,
right, baby.
and they are here to talk to you guys a little bit, and I'm here to talk to their channel a little bit about just our journeys and share with each other. So I want to throw it over to you, ladies, and you guys tell me, how did you get started on this weight loss journey?
Okay. Well, hello, guys. It's your favorite keto homegirls. I'm Joy.
I'm Michelle.
And let's see, how do we lose it? Well,
Go ahead.
I know I started back I've been overweight my entire life. And struggling, just trying, hard as hell to get it off of me. I could never quite figure it out. And it wasn't until 2015 when I started to actually feel sick. I have pre-diabetes and high blood pressure and just not feeling well. So I just decided that, hey, I just got to get this weight off of me. And I went back to what I had done before, which was eating a plant-based diet. And so I just went full force into it, like cold turkey. And in about the first year, I was able to whittle off almost 100 pounds off of me. And, with just eating plants, fruits, vegetables, and doing a lot of cardio. And then about that time, after about a year in, I went through a divorce, and your girl got to drinking, and I started sneaking over to Arby's, and I was getting on them cheese sticks, and I just was like, I just can't do this anymore.
Don't forget Krispy Kreme.
Hollering at them,
Right.
just going through it, and before I knew it, I had crept back up because I had gotten down to like 199, Wonderland, where we all want to be. And I swear, it's like I stepped on the scale that day, I saw 199, and then I just shot right back up to 230. And, and just like a plant-based diet, I think could be really good. I know at the time I still work in a warehouse, so I have set schedule, and it was really hard for me to go hours and hours and hours in between without eating. My blood sugar was spiking up and down, and going through all that, and that played a role in it too for me as far as wanting to change my diet, because I just can't sustain this anymore. I'm tired of being hungry all the time. I'm stressed. I'm going through it. I need a change.
Yeah.
So I remember going to work and confessing to my coworker, because of course I had been preaching fruits and vegetables, for the last year, and I was feeling bad about that. And she just said to me, well, hey, why don't you try keto? Which I'd never heard that before. I was like, what? And then, and she told me I could do it plant-based too. So I just came home that day and got online, got on YouTube. And the first video that I saw was like, why plant-based keto doesn't work. And it was a really beautiful woman talking. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to full force go into a ketogenic diet and try that out. And so I did. Like when Michelle came home that day, I was like, listen, lady, we're eating fat.
I was like, you are eating all this meat. What's going on?
Like, yeah, we're going to make a change, and so Michelle joined me with that. And let's see, once I started eating keto diet, I think I dropped I went from 230 to where I am now. Well, let's say 230 to like 190. And then I was plateaued for over a year. And we tried all different kinds of keto.
Yeah, the
lazy
carnivore.
keto, carnivore, no dairy, egg fast. We went through all the rigmarole. And it wasn't until I had watched a video from Cole Robinson, the snake diet guy, and he just, basically cussed me out and told me I need to stop eating and start fasting. And so once again, when Michelle came home, I was like, we're not eating. We're going to fast. We're going to do this. And so then I was able to get down to, my lowest was like 159 with fasting. Yeah, we did some hardcore fasting too.
Yeah,
like
we jumped.
First fast was
We
7
dove
days.
in. Yeah, 7 days our first fast.
Yeah.
Wow.
For that way, we didn't go at it. So
yeah.
And now we're currently trying to fast and trying to live the fast and focused life. Figuring out what exactly works best for us as far as that goes.
Yeah, it's a journey.
It is.
Okay.
Definitely a journey.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. It's funny you guys mentioned Cole, and I just talked to Reggie. For you, those of you that don't know Reggie edited. She's amazing. Also, if you ladies haven't seen her, she's awesome. I just spoke to her like a few minutes ago, and she got introduced by Cole too. So Cole's out there. I've never been a a watcher of a bunch of his videos, but I have seen him, and he is as intense can be.
Yeah.
But I agree. Sometimes you need intense. Sometimes you need somebody to stop lying to you, because we lie to ourselves all the time.
Oh,
I know I'm a victim of that, saying, oh, well, my big thing for years, 20 years was my knee. I'm only heavy because my knee, and in reality, no, I'm only heavy because I stuffed too much food in my face. And that's hard to wrap your head around, and I've been an advocate lover of food my whole life. And what this fasting thing has done for me is I'm an OMADer, and it has made it so that I can still love food and I can still eat food and whatever food I really want, but I know when I eat it, and that's it. So I can walk, if I was at your house at 8 in the morning, you had donuts out, I walk right past the donuts because it's not my time, and I've complete control now over when I eat, which has changed everything. And so, and I have I've only done 72 hours. You ladies are hardcore jumping into 70. It's 7 days. Wow. But,
the longest I've gone so far is 12.
Wow. That's impressive. It really is. It takes some serious fortitude, but I think, so I did OMAD, and sometimes I'll skip a meal, like a day. So Monday, maybe I won't eat. And so I'll get a 48-hour fast in there, but that's no problem. I can do 48 hours on my head, that's no big deal. But I think that the fasting lifestyle, once you learn that you're not really hungry like you think you are, everything in your life changes. And it's hard for you when you first start to wrap your head around that, because you're so hungry. Then you realize I'm not hungry, and I eat because I'm bored, and I eat because it's a habit, and I eat because of all these other things.
Mad.
I'm gonna eat. I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm alive, I'm awake.
Let's eat. Yeah, basically.
But that is what we do, though, and especially in America. We're gonna celebrate with food. We're gonna eat when we're sad. The answer to everything is more consumption. And then, of course, we end up with type 2 diabetes. And you mentioned it earlier, right? You said, how sick you were feeling. Well, I didn't even, this is going to sound crazy, I was 310 pounds and didn't even realize I was sick, until I lost weight. And then I'm like, wow, I feel so much better. I'm not running home to take a nap. I'm not feeling so drained. My life.
Feeling yucky.
Yeah, feeling yucky. I feel just more connected to everything in my life, and I wasn't that way when I was overweight. And part of that is just self-medicating yourself. You disconnect with so many things when you're overweight, and you don't even realize it. And your problems, you don't face them. And once you get that fat, you look. You guys did 12-day fast. You can do anything. Hike Mount Everest, not gonna stop the two of you. It's just the facts, So, and that deep down, that you can handle whatever adversity is gonna come your way, because you've done some tough stuff. And that's one thing Cole will teach you, I guess, is that you can overcome more than you ever thought you could.
It's not as easy, I think, as sometimes he makes it out to be, as far as, stopping, eating certain things like sugar and carbs and stuff like that. And, it's an emotional process, it's hard breaking up with sugar. It really is.
Or feeling like I earned this, because I haven't eaten in so many days. So I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Or because we've been kind of raging a little bit this journey.
I see that as one of the biggest problems that people have when I see them going into an extended fast, and other people on YouTube. I see this all the time, is they get to the other side of the fast and then they're stunned that they gained this weight back. And it's like, well, you got to think, like, if you're on let's say a 14-day fast and you're going to lose 14 to 20 pounds, right? Well, that's not all going to stay off no matter what you do, right? So the second you refeed, half that's coming back. So you got to know that immediately. But then if you refeed with the wrong things, 90% is coming back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've got to go. Yeah, you got to go into that long-term fast. It's almost like, you're a fighter and you're getting to that weigh-in, and that weigh-in's nice and low, but you're going to go up after that weigh-in no matter what you do. And if you're not mentally prepared for that, then you're going to start backsliding into your old habits, and you're going to say this fasting thing doesn't work. When in reality, even if you gain 90% back, you still lost 3 real pounds in those 14 days, which is a huge accomplishment. 3 real pounds is impressive. You know, so you got to be able to look at it in the right ways. And sometimes I think people, it kind of, they miss that. They're too hard on themselves, you know, coming out of those long-term fasts. And they expect, you know, I want to have a miracle happen for me. And look, it took me 20 years to get obese the way I was, and it only took me a year to lose it. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
When you
maintaining it is amazing, because there's the key.
Yeah, maintaining it is, for me, I don't think it'll ever be a problem, because I'm just so into the one meal. I don't see it changing. But I think that people think like weight loss is so hard. Well, it took you 20 years to get obese, and it took you 1 year to lose it. That sounds pretty easy when you really think about it, you know?
Yeah.
It's easier than it sounds, but when you're in that moment, it is so difficult. And trust me, I've been there, and I've tried to lose weight in the past, and I always use the knee and exercise as an excuse. And little do we know, I mean, you ladies know, exercise is what, like 10% of it, you know?
Yeah.
It's diet.
Yeah. But I think at the point where I am right now in my weight loss, it is critical for me to build some muscle, because I am just fat and skin and bone. Like, I do not have a background of ever playing sports, of ever being athletic. I am a fat kid. So, you know, I have to really build this body up. It truly is a body made from sugar. Like Michelle and I talk all the time about how when we were kids, we used to eat cake batter.
Yeah.
You know, straight up, the whole thing. Candy every day. Yeah, I didn't even think we ate that really bad when we were kids, until I really stopped to think about it. We had ate a bread-based diet.
Yes. White flour.
Yes. All day, every day. bread. So,
well, I think weight training. weight training is huge. I'm an advocate of it. I mean, I started lifting again in March. And now I was an athlete growing up. I was a wrestler until I got hurt and all of that. So I could do 30 pull-ups when I got my knee hurt. So, you know, when I started losing weight, I couldn't do one. So, you know, getting back into the weight room is kind of reconnected with me with my youth. But I think for anybody that's plateauing, the weight room is a good place, because not only, you know, your weight isn't everything. So if your weight doesn't go any lower, or maybe even gain some, but your inches are going down, you're changing your body, and the weight will do that for you, you know? I noticed it. I did a little challenge. I don't know if you guys saw that as an old video, and the new one's coming up maybe in 2 days. But I started lifting in March, and for 6 weeks, I didn't measure myself or weigh myself, and I was able to lose about 6 pounds. But I lost 4 inches from my waist. I gained an inch of my chest. I gained an inch on my arms. Wow. So I really probably lost 15 pounds of fat, but I put on a lot of muscle, and that is huge, you know? So I commend you for the exercise part and the weightlifting. I think that even if it doesn't show up in pounds, it's going to show up in how you feel and the things you can do. And all of a sudden you're going to turn on and pick something up and be like, whoa, you know, and you know, it's just going to change the way you feel about yourself, which is huge. Absolutely. And another quick note, I was stalking you guys a little bit on Instagram, and you guys got to get over to their Instagram, because their before and afters are impressive. You know, you really did lose a lot of weight, and, you know, just commend you guys on an excellent job and the hard work. So many people out there that are watching both of us are in the middle of their journey. They're not, you know, kind of towards the tail end where both of us kind of are.
Yeah.
You know, the struggle is real, but you can get through it, you know?
Yes.
That's the big message.
Yeah, because I just feel like, well, what else we got to do? I mean, I hope to live many, many more years, and I want to get stronger and be healthy as I live these years. So and the alternative is sickness. Yeah. You know, because really it was sickness that got me up. You know, I didn't like being fat, but that didn't move me to the point of, okay, let me really get serious. But that fear of feeling ill, like this nauseated feeling all day long, and then watching my mother struggle. I mean, that just really kicked me into high gear. It's not that I want to, I need to, I have to lose this weight. Yes. You know, I was in desperation. when I was losing it. And I think part of the reason why I'm struggling now is because that desperation isn't there. You know, it's like, well, my blood pressure is perfect. You know, I pricked my finger, it's 70, you know, so it's like, well, girl, let's go get them cookies, you know, when really, no, we need to know, we have to stay off of it.
I swear, we're our own worst enemies.
We are, but I know that we'll do it because I want to.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be healthy. I want nutrition, you know, to be coming into my body and not crap.
Yeah, I know.
It's just gonna lead us down the road we don't want to be down, you know, just illness and sickness. So I mean, you just
you know, as long as you keep learning and you know, you stay mindful of these things, of healthful habits, it'll stick. Eventually it will. You know, you just have to keep pressing on. Keep pressing on. So, and I think that's where a lot of people, you know, they end up failing because they just because it didn't happen right now. That, you know, forget about it. But you have to keep going.
Because it really is the getting up that is the victory. Because I've lost over 150 pounds and I didn't do it, you know, perfect, you know, but I've gotten up every time. You know, it's like, okay, I just gotta keep going. And we have.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, you got to keep getting up. And I think, you know, you touched it on a good thing there too, talking about how it was more for you. I think a lot of people want to fit into a certain pair of pants, or they want to, you know, find a significant other, or they want to, you know, or they want to make their significant other happy, or they want to do none of that is going to get you to lose weight. You have to want to lose weight because you want to lose weight and you don't want to be sick. And for me, it was like, people may say it sounds selfish, but I want to play with my grandbabies. You know, I got two beautiful baby boys upstairs that are asleep. And they wanted to sneak down, but it was a little bit late, so they didn't get a chance to pop in here. You guys would love them. It's adorable, two little boys. But I want to see them grow up, and I want to see them have kids, and I want to maybe even see their kids have kids.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to do that if I don't have my stuff together. Right. You know? So I had to do it for me, and I think that that's something that you know, you mentioned too, and it's just so important. If you're in it for the wrong reasons, you might as well just get out of it. It's just not going to work out.
Yeah.
I really did it because I was ready. And, you know, and that's where it all starts. And I think that, you know, there are people that seesaw and watch probably your channel and my channel and every other channel, and they have a foot in and a foot out, and they're not ready yet. But that doesn't mean that 2 feet aren't going to come in next week and they're going to be ready to go. You know, it only takes a little bit. And even with me, I started watching the YouTube videos and stuff after I watched Joe Rogan's podcast, and he had Dr. Rhonda Patrick talk about time-restricted eating, and that was like, wow, what is this they're talking about? This is bizarro land. You can lose weight by eating in a certain time of the day. I'm into that. And I still that was in March of last year, and I still didn't even start until April. You know, it took me a good 2 weeks of watching video before I said, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. So I know there's people that are watching you and people that are watching me that aren't there yet. But maybe we're the push that gets them going, and that's the reason I started the channel. That, and I'm going to tell you, one of the benefits to losing weight is time. I have more time now. You know, only eating one meal a day frees up a lot of hours, man. It really does. Cooking and cleaning and money too.
Yes. And, I kind of like that. It is like an alternative lifestyle. Like I like that. It almost makes me feel special. Like when I go to work, like that I don't have to eat all day, and I've trained myself to be different and be healthy and be mindful of what I'm doing. You know, I'm feeling like an elite athlete almost.
My dad's 73. He just lost 20 pounds doing OMAD. His blood work, his cholesterol, everything is down. He's doing amazing. You know, my mom reversed a fatty liver because of fasting now, you know, coming through this. So, I mean, it just absolutely changes the people around me.
I think this last 3 years, I know for me, or 3-4 years now, and the last 2 years, Michelle and I have been doing this. It truly has been a journey of love. loving ourselves,
Yeah.
you know, throughout the whole process, even now, like, you know, getting up in the morning and getting dressed and just giving my body love. Like, I love me.
Make sure you guys definitely subscribe over there, you know, and show these ladies some love. They're amazing. And, you know, their channel is just got tons of videos, lots of good vlogs, good stuff. Spend some time over there. Go subscribe, please.
Yes. Hang out with your new homegirl.
That's right.
No better people to hang out with. And I guess we'll let everybody go and, you know, catch you guys the next time, okay? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.